In the dim light of a cramped office, cluttered with stacks of papers and half-empty coffee cups, sat a frazzled entrepreneur named Mia. She was hunched over her laptop, the glow of the screen illuminating her tired face, reflecting the weight of the world on her shoulders. It was well past midnight, and as the clock ticked away, the stress of the day's events weighed heavily on her mind. Just hours before, a crucial business deal had unraveled before her eyes, leaving her reeling and questioning her every decision. The financial struggles that had haunted her since the inception of her startup loomed larger than ever, threatening to extinguish the flickering flame of her dreams. Yet, amidst the chaos, Mia found solace in the small victories that punctuated her exhausting journey. A kind email from a satisfied customer, a positive review on social media, or a brief moment of laughter with her small team could momentarily lift her spirits. These moments reminded her why she had embarked on this challenging path in the first place: to create something meaningful, to innovate, and to inspire others. As she took a deep breath, she recalled the words of a mentor, a seasoned entrepreneur who had once shared invaluable insights aimed at dreamers, innovators, and risk-takers, the very essence of what it meant to be an entrepreneur. Mia's journey was a testament to the exciting yet risky nature of entrepreneurship, a world filled with potential but fraught with pitfalls. It was important for her to reflect on her mistakes, not just to learn from them, but also to share these lessons with others who dared to dream. After all, the road to success was rarely a straight path. It was often a winding journey filled with unexpected turns. One of the first mistakes Mia had made was venturing into her business without a solid business plan. It was akin to driving without a map, careening down unfamiliar roads without a clear destination in mind. She had been so eager to launch her product that she had overlooked the critical elements that a good plan should encompass. A comprehensive business plan wasn't merely a formality. It was a roadmap that outlined her vision, defined her target market, and detailed her competitive advantage. It should have included a thorough analysis of her industry, a clear marketing strategy, and financial projections that would guide her decisions. Instead, she had plunged headfirst into the market, only to find herself lost and disoriented, scrambling to make sense of her surroundings. As Mia reflected on her missteps, she realized that another significant oversight had been her underestimation of marketing. She had poured her heart and soul into creating the best product she could imagine, yet she had failed to consider how she would connect with her potential customers. It was like building a beautiful store in the middle of nowhere. No matter how stunning the product, without customers, it would remain unseen and unsold. She had learned the hard way that forming connections, whether through social media, networking events, or community outreach, was essential for promoting her brand. Marketing wasn't just about selling a product, it was about telling a story, creating a relationship, and building a community around her vision. Financial management had also been a stumbling block for Mia. In the early days, she had been so focused on launching her product that she had neglected to keep a close eye on her budget. The consequences of overspending had been dire, leading to cash flow problems that threatened to derail her progress. She had learned that maintaining a budget and tracking cash flow were not just good practices. They were lifelines that could keep her afloat during turbulent times. Understanding her expenses, setting realistic financial goals, and preparing for unexpected costs had become paramount. Mia couldn't afford to ignore the numbers any longer. They were the heartbeat of her business. Another critical lesson had come from her tendency to try to do everything herself. In her passion to see her vision come to life, Mia had taken on every task, believing that no one could execute her ideas as perfectly as she could. However, this approach had led to burnout and exhaustion. She had come to realize that entrepreneurship was not a solo endeavor. It thrived on collaboration and teamwork. Delegating tasks to her capable team members not only lightened her load, but also empowered them to contribute their unique skills and perspectives. Together, they could achieve far more than she could alone, and in doing so, they fostered a culture of innovation and creativity. Ignoring customer feedback had been another pitfall that Mia had to confront. In her eagerness to launch her product, she had overlooked the invaluable insights that her customers could provide. It was a mistake that could lead to failure. Without actively seeking and adapting to customer feedback, she risked creating a product that didn't meet their needs. Mia learned that listening to her customers was not just about gathering data, it was about building a dialogue. Their opinions were a treasure trove of information that could guide her in refining her offerings and enhancing the customer experience. She began to embrace feedback, viewing it as an opportunity for growth rather than criticism. Through it all, Mia discovered that perseverance was the cornerstone of entrepreneurship. The journey was akin to running a marathon, requiring not just physical stamina, but also a resilient mindset. Setbacks were inevitable, but how she responded to them would define her path forward. Embracing a growth mindset meant viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. Each stumble was a lesson, each failure a stepping stone toward success. Mia learned to celebrate her resilience, recognizing that the road to achievement was paved with determination and grit. Amidst the hustle and bustle of entrepreneurship, Mia also began to understand the critical importance of self-care. The demands of running a business could easily lead to burnout if she didn't prioritize her well-being. She found solace in simple activities that helped her recharge: morning yoga sessions, evening walks in the park, and weekends spent with friends and family. These moments of self-care allowed her to maintain a healthy work-life balance, ensuring that she could approach her business with renewed energy and clarity. Mia realized that taking care of herself was not a luxury. It was a necessity for sustaining her passion and creativity. As she sat in her office, reflecting on her journey, Mia felt a surge of gratitude for the lessons she had learned. Each mistake had shaped her into a more resilient entrepreneur, and she was determined to share her experiences with others who were just starting their own journeys. She envisioned a community of aspiring entrepreneurs, a space where they could come together to share their challenges and successes, to learn from one another, and to support each other in their pursuits. With renewed determination, Mia decided to write a blog aimed at fellow dreamers, innovators, and risk-takers. She wanted to create a platform where she could share her insights, offer encouragement, and foster a sense of belonging among those navigating the tumultuous waters of entrepreneurship. Her first post would be a heartfelt message, emphasizing that learning from mistakes was an integral part of the entrepreneurial journey. She would invite her readers to share their own stories, to celebrate their victories, and to reflect on their setbacks. Together, they could create a supportive network that would empower each other to persevere in the face of adversity. Mia's journey was far from over, but she had come to embrace the challenges as part of her narrative. Each obstacle was a chapter in her story, a testament to her resilience and determination. As she pressed publish on her first blog post, she felt a sense of hope and excitement. She was no longer just an entrepreneur navigating the uncertainties of her journey. She was a storyteller, a mentor, and a beacon of encouragement for others who dared to dream. In the weeks that followed, Mia watched as her blog began to resonate with her audience. Comments poured in from aspiring entrepreneurs, sharing their own challenges and triumphs. They connected over shared experiences, offering advice, encouragement, and camaraderie. Mia realized that she had created something beautiful, a community of like-minded individuals who understood the highs and lows of entrepreneurship. Together they celebrated their victories, learned from their mistakes, and inspired one another to keep pushing forward. As she continued to write and engage with her readers, Mia found joy in the journey. The late nights in her office no longer felt burdensome. They were filled with purpose and passion. She had transformed her struggles into a source of strength, and in doing so, she had not only grown as an entrepreneur, but also as a person. The challenges she faced were no longer obstacles. They were stepping stones on her path to success. In the end, Mia's story was a reminder that the entrepreneurial journey is not just about the destination. It's about the experiences, the lessons learned, and the connections made along the way. For every mistake, there was an opportunity for growth. For every setback, there was a chance to rise again. And for every dreamer, there was a community ready to support and uplift one another. As Mia looked toward the future, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew that the road ahead would be filled with challenges, but she was ready to face them head-on. With her newfound insights and the support of her community, she was determined to navigate the unpredictable waters of entrepreneurship with courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the power of dreams.